As I promised, I've been watching the Rift Valley very, very closely for you. And I'd say that I have some very explosive latest developments that I want to share with you in this recording. I mean, this is so explosive, so earth-shattering, yeah? And I just want to share it with you. Give me a minute as I collect my thoughts. It would be useful for you to go back to the last analysis I did of possible voter patterns in the Rift Valley, where I said that the Rift Valley is going to decide the presidential election. Yes, the Rift Valley is going to decide who our next president is going to be. And I still hold on to that. A lot of what I said in that particular recording is unraveling itself rather much quicker than I thought. Anyway, at the end of this video, you'll be able to see a link. Click on it and just go back and listen to that recording. It's absolutely amazing. I even got a reader comment. In fact, you can see that reader comment on the screen right now. Very interesting reader comment. Not because he was praising, but he was pointing out a few things that are very important, emphasizing a few things in the recording. Yeah, that is also very fascinating. Now, Narok is a sleepy town at the tip of the Rift Valley. It's actually at the southernmost end of the Rift Valley. It does not even have a total population of 1 million. The latest figures show the population is in the region of about 860,000 people. Okay, nobody takes Narok seriously. Yeah, and a lot of people consider Narok County backward because one of the things that Narok County is very famous for is for female genital mutilation. Yeah, that's another name for circumcising females. Yeah, something which is against the law but continues to be practiced in a very widespread manner in both Narok and another place, you know. Yeah, Kisii. Narok, of course, also houses the world-famous Masai Mara Game Reserve. Okay? And a lot of people associate Narok to politician for very many years, the late William Ole Ntimama. Yeah? Kingpin, giant politician in the days of Kanu. Yeah? In the days of Kanu terror. In fact, a lot of people associate him with the terror that Kanu reigned on Kenyans at that time. Yeah, very forceful politician, very emphatic. Yeah, he never used to mince words, and very controversial, of course. He has, of course, passed on, but the baton has been passed on because his daughter and close political aide is actually standing for women's rep in Narok County. Yeah. Anyway, on to our topic today. Narok County, despite people not taking it seriously, has always shown people the trend of what is happening in the Rift Valley. Now that is so important, I need to repeat. If you want to know what is happening in the Rift Valley, and if you want to know how the Rift Valley is going to vote, just go to Narok. Get your feel on the ground, and if you get the feeling of what is happening in Narok, even if the news tells you counter to what you're seeing on the ground, what you're seeing on the ground in Narok is the truth. What you're seeing on the ground in Narok is what's going to unravel sooner or later. Okay? That is the amazing thing about Narok. And I can give you so many examples. In 2007, the first signs that the Rift Valley was going to be chaotic were seen in Narok. In 2002, the first signs that Kanu was going to fall, yeah, something, you know, the great Mugumo tree at that time, which was called Kanu, was going to fall. Many people did not believe it was going to fall, including honorable political analysts, very respected. They said there's no way Kanu is falling, but Kanu fell in 2002. And maybe it was not in the news elsewhere, but if you went to Narok, it was there in black and white. Let me not bore you with so many examples, and let me just get to the point. Something very strange is happening in Narok, something which I'm not believing. Yeah? And I'm just not believing it. There's a wave which has swept across Narok. Now this wave is not Jubilee, yeah? And this wave is not NASA, okay? But it is a wave which will benefit one of those two giants, okay? And that wave is a wave of a party called, a little known party, or a party which a lot of people don't have a lot of respect for, called CCM. Chama Mashinani. Yeah? Hey, you can't hear anything else in the town. In fact, voters are threatening people who are standing, the contenders. Yeah? Everybody who's vying, they're being threatened by voters. Kama si chama ya mashinani, tuwezi sikilizana. You know, those are very simple people in Narok. They don't say many words. They don't talk a lot. They're very simple people, and they're very direct. They will not have any hidden cards under the table. They'll just tell you point blank what the situation is. And my people on the ground detected this about a month and a half ago. And they've been repeatedly telling me, Chris, don't ignore this, yeah? And I have been holding it off. And the reason why I've been holding it off, not because I didn't consider it important, I've been holding it off so that I have supporting information, supporting news from other parts of the Rift Valley to confirm that actually what is happening in Narok is the truth. Yeah. Now, up to this point, I don't have enough to back. A lot has been happening in the Rift Valley, and you see, the Rift Valley is a very, very difficult place to read because wanachezanga siasa yao chini ya maji. Yeah. Trends can change, waves can change, but if you go to Rift Valley, they'll just look back at you blankly. Yeah, getting information out of those voters is not easy. They're very, very, very crafty at playing their politics under the water. Yeah, so what is happening in Narok now would suggest a major, major, major change in the presidential race, and that is the truth. Even if I don't believe it myself, who am I? Because Narok has consistently shown that it takes the lead. It shows you the first signs of what's going to happen in the Rift Valley. That one I can assure you. Yeah? And that one you can take to the bank. What happens in Narok is going to happen in most of Rift Valley. And it seems this little known party, this party that we around, this party that we thought would not do very much, is going to sweep large chunks of the Rift Valley. Now I know this is bad news to some of you. I know it is great news to some of you. But as usual, I need to remind you again, I'm not here to give you good news or bad news. I'm here to give you the very latest from the ground. Yeah? Well-researched information that I can stand by. Come rain, come high water, come whatever. Information that I can stand on. And that is information that I can stand on. That there's a wave in Narok. This wave suggests that the Rift Valley has shifted. I see I've already overshot my time. My production people are telling me. Let me just go back. Let me just do another part 2 of this, and I'll explain to you a little more about this crazy thing that has just broken. Thank you. Oh, and an easy way to get to part 2 is to click the top left-hand corner. You'll see the link there. As soon as that particular video is ready, maybe if you see this video too early, you won't see it. But as soon as that video is ready, it will be on the top left-hand corner. Just click on it and go over to part 2 of this. Thank you.